What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. And all my new subscribers, man, you know what we about to do. Hey, it's a big old
What's up?
what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Now, today's video is gonna be an install video, and make sure I'm saying this guy's name right, man. It's Brian. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me make sure here. Let me check it out. Ooh, man, hopefully I don't butcher your last name, bro. But Brian Boguski. I'm hoping that's your name, man. What's up? Shout out to you, man. Because he said something in the comment last week. And cool thing is, he mentioned this part. And this is exactly what I was planning on installing this week. So, man, let's take a look at the bitch. And I'll show y'all what that is. All right, so here we go, man. It's the Perrin steering dampener. And he mentioned this in the list of things. He was saying that, you know, either he did or he saw on somebody else's list. And lo and behold, of course, I was planning on installing this week anyway. So shout out to you, man. Great minds think alike. So today we about to get into this install. So now, this is everything it comes with. If you want the part numbers right there, but it'll also be linked in the description. But it comes with some blue Loctite, and it comes with these two bolts, and I'll explain the reason why you got these two bolts here when we get into the install. And then it comes in with the actual dampener pieces itself. Now, they got a number on it, but they have a letter. So one is telling you it's the right side, and the other one's saying it's the left side. Because see, it's got if you see right there, it says, if you could focus in there, focus. Is it gonna focus? Well, it's not focusing. It says 565L. This one says 565R. Now, they do give you an Allen wrench in order to install this thing with, but I can see how this may be problematic. So I have myself here an extension, a ratchet, and a 5mm Allen socket. So that should make the install that much easier. Now, you should be able to do this by just jacking up one side of the car. But just for reasons of trying to film this video, I'm actually gonna throw the car up on the quick jacks, lift it all the way up. That way then I can get some pretty good camera angles so you guys can see everything that I'm doing. So you guys can see, you know, where you need to be at, and you'll be able to, you know, just pretty much show you step by step how to install this thing. So I tell you what I'm gonna do now. So just so we can have a point of reference, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start the car up, and then we're gonna turn the wheel, and then we're gonna see how big of a difference this is once we install the part, you know, basically a before and after. So we'll see if it does change anything, and then we'll take it on a little test drive and see where we at from there. All right, y'all, so we got the car started up here now. So now I've seen other videos of people doing this, and they would turn the steering wheel, and they'd be like kind of rocking it a little bit, you know, just kind of tugging at it, and they would have hardly any movement in the wheel. So let's try this out. So I'm gonna move the wheel like this here, and then we just like this, and let's look at the wheel. See, it is. Hold on, let me see. To me, it's moving good. So I don't know if it's with the earlier model WRXs and how they did the steering rack. Maybe it was a little loose, had a lot of play in it. But this don't seem like it has any play in it. So this might be kind of interesting on this one. So let's see. Just by looking at it and me turning the wheel, I don't see that, you know, because they were moving the wheel, and and the tire wasn't moving at all. Then when they put the part on there, it started moving kind of like mine is moving right now. So I don't know if they solved that issue or not. So we're gonna jack this thing up. We're gonna get up underneath it and see if we can even install this thing, or if it's gonna work for the setup or not. If it does, cool, then we'll test drive it, and then I'll just let y'all know how the steering wheel feels when I drive on it. So I guess what we got next here is I'm just gonna pull the car out and put it on quick jacks. So let's go on and get this thing cracking, y'all. All right, y'all, so we underneath the car here. So we're underneath the driver's side, and this right here is what we're gonna be dealing with. It's gonna be tight and it's gonna be hard to get the camera in here, but there's 2 bolts that you have to loosen up on here, and that's this top one right here where you see the EE on there. On the instructions, you'll be able to see it, but this is the where it's connected to your steering wheel right here. There, you wanna loosen this bolt right here, which is on the other side. You should be able to reach it from the top, but I'm gonna try and do everything from down here. Now, the other bolt, let me get on this side here. But this right here, this is your bolt right here, the other one. So you wanna loosen this one right here. And this is where it connects to the rack, the steering rack right there. So you loosen that up, loosen this right there. And then we're gonna loosen this bolt up here. And then where the actual, the dampener is gonna go, it's gonna go right in between here. So now it has a right and left side. So seeing as though this is on the left side of the car, well, you know, towards this tire, you're gonna put the left side on this side, put the right on that side, and then you put the included bolts that come with it. So let's go ahead and grab that. All right, so I got my 12mm here, and see if I can get this thing to work in here to loosen this guy up a little bit. It's gonna be hard to get you guys in here to see that. So I'm gonna loosen those bolts up, loosen up that top one that was on the EE and the one that's at the bottom that's close to the rack. And then I'll turn you guys back on. Okay, that was a little tight to get in there. I didn't use a socket. I used this wrench I got right here. It's like at an angle like that. It's like a ratcheting wrench. It's a 14 and a 12mm because those are 12mm bolts. Loosen those off of there, and now we're getting ready to put the actual dampener in there. So you got your 2 bolts here. One is longer than the other one, so what you want to start out with is the longer of the 2 bolts. And then we have our 2 little spaces here. So you know, I remember I told you it says 565L and 565R. That's gonna be your left and your right side. So that means your threaded end is gonna go towards the driver's side of the car, and the non-threaded side where the bolt goes through it is gonna be on facing the passenger side, pretty much like that. So now let me work this guy in there. So we're gonna put this one right here. All right, let's get it. This is a take 2. I think we're gonna have to invest in a magnetic mount for my camera, the way I can just kind of magnetize the camera right to the frame and you'll be able to see everything. But you know, I'll get that on order. But like I was telling y'all, still hopefully y'all can see everything. But remember, the left side, which is the threaded side, is gonna go towards the driver's side of the car, and the non-threaded side, the right, the 565R, is gonna go facing towards the passenger side of the car. Now, mind you, my wheels are straight. They turn straight, so I didn't really change anything. I just had the wheel straight and lifted the car up and went from there. I could probably turn the wheel and make it easy on me, but nah. So now there's some hoses in the way right here. So we got to move those hoses out of the way. I know I'm blocking y'all's view, I know. But like I say, anytime you're doing, there we go. And now that went all the way through. All I got to do now is just start threading it. If I can get it to start threading in there, I'm good. And it did. So now I started the threads on it. So now it's in there. Now, this is where this comes in. They like I say, they supply you with the Allen, but having a 5mm Allen socket and a ratchet is going to be your best friend. So now the only other thing we have to do now is tighten it up, and you ain't got that far to travel with this, or how far you can travel with it. All right, folks. Whew, that's tiring, man. But you see how we got the bolt where it's out quite a ways there. All right, so we're out that much on that side. And now what we're gonna have to do, and you see it's kind of in there, it's not touching, but it's getting really, really hard to turn. So that means this is pretty much all the way in there. So now I'm gonna back this bolt out, and then I'm gonna put some Loctite on the that blue Loctite that they supplied with it onto the shorter bolt. Put that in there and then tighten it up the rest of the way, and it should be able to pull that together all of the way, so these should be closer together. So let me go ahead and get that started. Hey y'all, god dog it, man. I'm sorry. I lost some of the footage that I did after I pretty much took out the other bolt. For some reason, that footage got deleted. So I'm not gonna be able to show y'all that, but the next clip is pretty much gonna be me testing out how it functions and all of that. Man, only thing that the thing that's cut out of there is me putting the Loctite on the shorter bolt. I put the shorter bolt in the shaft where it was, and also made sure that I tell you guys that it's a tip that I put in there that it'd be good to lubricate the bottom part of the two little halves that go in between. Lube that up a little bit, because I wound up spraying PB Blaster on there to get it to slide all the way in. So once I started tightening it in there, I put some PB Blaster on there and kind of tapped it a few times, and it went in all the way to where it was flush on the sides. And then at that point, you know, the two bolts on the top part of that shaft connected to the steering wheel and one to the rack, those are, it says 17.5 foot-pounds, but you know, just tighten it on there as good as you can, because I didn't use a torque wrench because I can't get the torque wrench in there, and all you got to do there is hand tight. 17 foot-pounds ain't really nothing. Other than that, that was it. And then we just, you know, we'll continue on the video from there. But again, man, I apologize, y'all. For some reason, the footage got deleted. That one clip got deleted. So I'm sorry, but I did explain to y'all what it was. So now let's go ahead and get back to continuing with the video. All right, so okay, so now let's do this test again. I'm just letting the car warm up, but while I do that, I'm gonna turn the wheel again, and this is pretty much the same way I did it before, like this here. And now let's look at the wheel. I would say that's a little bit more movement. It's a slight difference, but I know now when I barely move it, it did do something. So when I turn the wheel, it moves. It's a quicker response. So now I'm gonna finish letting the car warm up, and then we're gonna go for a ride, and I'll see how the steering feels on the car and kind of see if I can describe to y'all what I'm feeling. All right, so here we go, man. So I don't know if the jump, it feels different. Right off the bat, everything feels different. It does feel a little weird. So let me, it don't help that I got my barefoot shoes on, but man, dang, okay. Ooh, man. Yeah, this gonna take some getting used to, because dang. You don't really realize how much play is in your steering wheel until you actually do something like a mod like what I just did here, because the steering is, it's real sensitive, dude. And it's a little tighter. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's you definitely can feel the difference. I mean, the steering wheel is extremely touchy. So, God, I'm barely moving. It's like I'm, you know, shooting over to the right or the left. Dang, dude. And I will say, I can definitely feel the road more. All of the bumps, I can feel them in the steering wheel. Yeah. So hold on. Oh, shoot. Yeah, every little bump in the road, I can feel it in the steering wheel now. It's a little bit, it's not super bad. You'll notice it. I can feel every little bump in the road. That's crazy. But, whoa. Yeah, you're gonna have to take it easy with this sort of, I mean, you'll get used to it, you know what I mean? You'll learn how you need to do your steering wheel, but yeah, I like it. It's not that bad of a mod, man. I like it. It wasn't that hard to do, just a little bit of a tight spot to get into. And it doesn't really take that long, but I think your best bet will be to jack the car up as high as you can and get up underneath it and get it done that way. That'd be easier. I mean, I've seen people who've done it from the top. Screw that. I would have to take out my AOS and move a whole bunch of other stuff, so I didn't want to do all of that. So, okay, I mean, you could definitely feel a difference in it. Let me make a little turn real quick before some cars come. And let me whip this thing around. Dang. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, yeah. I don't know how to quite describe it. I mean, the steering is tighter for sure. I can feel the bumps in the road and everything. It's really sensitive. I mean, let me not say sensitive. Sensitive is a good word to use. It's that much more responsive. So yeah, man. So thumbs up. Good mod, easy mod. Doesn't cost that much, and it improves. It's pretty much a driver mod. So you can really be that much more at one with the car. So I like it. Let me go on and get back to the house, and then we'll close out this video. All right, y'all, man. So that is another one in the bag, man. That is a pretty decent mod. It's a decent mod. I wasn't expecting that much out of it. I really wasn't. But it's the feel of the steering wheel. It's like it's super sensitive now. Any slight movement, the car, I mean, it just kind of just jerked over on me. So I was like, okay, so that could be a good thing, especially, you know, if you want to do some autocrossing and stuff like that. So like I said, it'll be linked in the description. Appreciate y'all if y'all made it this far in the video, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're gonna keep this thing pushing, man. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified whenever I put out a video, and you know what I'm about to say. Until that next video, man. Peace.